Tutti noi nascondiamo un lato oscuro di violenza e di orrore. Io sono solo un uomo con una cinepresa nascosto in un angolo che guarda.
Signor Hitchcock, lei è il regista più famoso nella storia del cinema, ma ha 60 anni. Non dovrebbe smettere finché è sulla cresta dell'onda.
Così mi uccidi, mi vengono le vesciche solo a guardarti.
Sta diventando matto alla ricerca del suo prossimo progetto.
Mi serve qualcosa di fresco, qualcosa di diverso.
Fu il coltello che un momento dopo troncò il suo grido e la sua testa. Incantevole. Doris Day dovrebbe farne un musical.
Buon pomeriggio. Questo libro è diabolicamente divertente.
Ma sarà davvero questo il suo prossimo film?
Sì, signora. Assaggiate i panini a forma di dita. Sono dita vere.
You know, I'm a huge Hitchcock fan, number one. But what I didn't know was that Hitchcock paid for Psycho from his own pocket. I thought that was a crazy story. I almost couldn't believe it was true. But he did.
Nessuno rispetta il nome Hitchcock più della Paramount. Ma anche un uomo di grande talento a volte punta sul cavallo sbagliato.
Questo è il prossimo film del signor Hitchcock.
Bene, si è riuscito a trovare soldi.
A chi devo intestarlo?
He was feeling old. He was 60 years old at the time he made Psycho. He was coming off a huge success, North by Northwest. It was a big success. And he could have done anything. And he decided to do this low-budget, terrible horror movie. But he knew he could do something special and elevate it and make it this incredible movie. And I just love the idea of a 60-year-old man who feels like he's dying and irrelevant, willing to risk everything to kind of tell this story. And that's what I love, was there was a certain defiance to it. There was like a spirit, you know what I mean? Which was kind of like, screw everything, I'm going to take a big risk. And I love that. And Hopkins loved that story too. So we decided to tell it.
La cosa ti incuriosisce, vero? Uccidere la protagonista già a metà del film.
Come pensa di girare la scena della doccia? Il fatto è che, da qui in su non sono esattamente un maschio.
Non dovresti aspettare la metà del film. Uccidile dopo 30 minuti.
Bene.
Well, they're great actors, but for Tony and Helen, who are known as stage actors as much as film actors in England, it was the first time they'd ever worked together, and so for me, it was an incredible privilege to be able to work with them.
Io sono tua moglie. Festeggio con te quando le critiche sono buone, piango per te quando sono cattive e sopporto tutte quelle persone che mi guardano come se fossi invisibile, perché tutto ciò che vedono è il grande, glorioso genio Alfred Hitchcock.
Tony is so brilliant that he goes off, he reads all the biographies, he read the book, he studies the Alfred Hitchcock Presents, he studies all the programs, and then he comes back to you and he goes, good evening. You know, he's a brilliant mimic. He's also a brilliant actor. But then we put the costume on him, the fat suit, the makeup, you know, everything. And he became Alfred Hitchcock, and that was what was wonderful.
Perché gli lasci fare una cosa così volgare?
Non prendertela troppo, tesoro. È solo un maledetto film.
Più terrore, di più!
I worked on a little bit of the script myself as well, so there were a few hands in that process. But yeah, I love John McLaughlin's script. He did a terrific job. Jessica's really good in the film. I think that many people see her as a certain kind of big Hollywood movie star, and in fact, she's a really terrific actress, and I think that hopefully this film allows us to showcase a little bit more of her ability.
Come va a finire?
Ho promesso alla mamma che non lo avrei detto.
All great artists are sort of children, you know, all artists are children, because you want to have that side of yourself where you feel free to discover and invent and make things up. And he was like a sort of 5-year-old petulant child, and I just thought that was really funny. And I think that Anthony Hopkins loved playing him that way.
Di più!
Sono sposata ad un uomo ossessionato dal delitto.
Psycho non uscirà in questo paese.
Voglio vedere cosa hai girato, ora!
He was still there, and yet he was being treated like it was all over for him. And I like that. An artist who's like determined to prove that he's still relevant. And that was a very powerful thing in Hitchcock. He always wanted to be right at the cutting edge. He was so original. He invented all these brilliant new techniques, whether it was perspective shots or POV shots or juxtapositions and montages. I mean, he was absolutely brilliant. Great. Thank you very much.